Okay, hear me out for a second. What if I told you that you can actually improve at football without weaving through the cones or running around the field? You know, there's actually a very fundamental skill in football that you can train at home without any intensity at all, and it's also a lot of fun. So what I'm talking about isn't your dribbling skills or your shooting technique, it's actually your decision making. You know, your ability to make the best possible decision on the field within a split second. But now you might wonder, like, how can I train this at home? Like, how can I train this without having other players on the field and doing like small-sided games or so? So what I'm going to do today is walk you through step by step how to improve your decision making at home. And the best part is, the only thing you need is a computer. So first of all, we need to find a player that suits your playstyle. And that's pretty easy. So for that, we want to go to the website FBref. So as you see on the screen right now, we're on the website. And what we want to do now is we want to find one great player in our position. So let's say we're a winger. So maybe we go for Bukayo Saka. So now here we see Bukayo Saka's page. And what we see down here are, as it says, similar players to Bukayo Saka. So what we want to do now is we want to click through those players and find one player who's really specific to our playstyle and really suits our playstyle. So now we can just click around on these players, and let's say, for example, Desiree Doué is one player which suits our playstyle. So we go through to his page and we find new players who suit Desiree Doué. And now we repeat this process until we find like the perfect player. So let's say for this example that we clicked through some players and found out that Bukayo Saka was our guy, like the player who suited us the most. So what we want to do now is we want to go over to our next website, sofascore.com. And what we want to do is we want to type in our player, Bukayo Saka, and find one game where he performed really well. So what I'm always looking out for is a goal or assist, as you see here, or just rating 80+. Now we just click through the games and try to find a game where he performed really well. And now we see here. So in the Champions League against AS Monaco, he scored 2 goals and made 1 assist and got a rating of 9.4, which is really great. So what we want to do now is we want to find this game online and watch it and analyze his movements and his actions and his decision making. Now, to watch this game online, we have exactly 3 chances. And the first is obviously YouTube. Now with YouTube, there's always a problem that you don't really find these games. Like, the only games you really find on YouTube are FA Cup games for some reason, I don't know. So as you see right now, I tried to find the game on YouTube, but you don't really find anything which is helpful. Like, here we have a friendly game, here we have an FA Cup game against United. So we can't really find the game here on YouTube. Now, our second chance is a website which is called Footballia. Now, I didn't find this website by myself, but through a channel called Oscar Jansson. And he makes a lot of great videos and I love watching him. So I put a link to his channel in the description down below. And now let's continue. So as you see right now, I'm on the homepage of the website Footballia. And the great thing here is that you just can type in any player and it finds all his games. So we're gonna type in Bukayo Saka again because he's our guy. And now here we have all Bukayo Saka's games. And here we've also found the game which we're searching for. Arsenal vs AS Monaco. And now we can just click on it and watch it fully for free, which is pretty awesome. Now the problem with Footballia is that it doesn't have all of the games. Like, if you just go back here, you see if you just want some random Premier League game, they don't have all the Premier League weeks, like they have week 9, week 11, so there are some games missing, you don't have every game. And there's one website where you actually find like all the games, even friendly games, and like everything. So let's say for this example that we didn't find our game. So what we're going to do now is we go to the website full replace. So here you see the homepage of our last website. Now I can't really guarantee the security on this website, so I would really recommend some Chrome extensions like an AdBlocker and a Popup Blocker. But yeah, the good thing with this website is that it has all the games on it, as I said. Now I think I haven't stressed this enough in this video, because there are plenty of games that you can watch on the other websites, YouTube and Footballia. And in my opinion, you really don't need to have access to all the games on this planet. So you will be totally fine if you just use the websites YouTube and Footballia to watch the games. But if you really want to have every game, then you probably need websites like Full Replace. And then I would really recommend you to use and download some Chrome extensions. Because websites like this will have strange ads and pop-ups, and you will be better off if you never saw them in the first place. So as you see, I searched for Arsenal Monaco and I obviously found our game. And now we can click on it and watch it. So I just want to highlight one last thing. So just to be on the safe side, there are some links who are external links or downloads, and I really wouldn't do that. I really wouldn't download the games or go to external links, just to be on the safe side. But now from my experience, I know that these who aren't external links like Okru and this one are really no problem at all. So one last tip or trick that I have is when I analyze players like Bukayo Saka, for example, and I'm right-footed and he's left-footed, I sometimes put on a mirror extension and boom, now he's right-footed. So I really like this sometimes, but today we're not going to use it. So now, as I said in the beginning of this video, what we're going to do now is we're going to watch this game and always try to predict what he's going to do on the ball. So I will now walk you through 3 of his actions and show you how I would do it. So now we see here his first action on the ball. So it's a throw-in for AS Monaco, and I think Thomas Partey gets the ball. And now we can see that the ball is played to Saka. And what I already did now is that I usually pause the video and think for myself, what would I do in this situation? So here I would probably use my body to somehow protect the ball and maybe get a foul. And now we just run the video. And we see that he successfully protects the ball and then somehow gets bumped by his own teammate, so it's pretty unlucky. But yeah, so we got one right. So now we see here that Thomas Partey receives the ball and is about to play to Bukayo Saka. Now here I'll stop the video again, and we see that he's got one player on his back here, one player here and one player here. So there isn't really any space here. So what I would do now is I would take a touch here and maybe try to play through Rice, who's in a really great pocket of space here. And now we just look at what he does. Boom, touch, and yeah, he probably found a better option. Maybe we just watch it again. He could have maybe played here, but yeah, there's also a player here who we didn't see. So what I would say now is that we certainly would have made a great decision, but maybe not the best decision. And now we see here again that after a lot of Monaco possession, Saliba on the right hand side receives the ball and will pass it to Bukayo Saka. Here, and we pause the video and just look at the situation. So he's got some space here, so I would say that he could receive the ball and maybe try to go 1v1 or just fake a 1v1 and then pass it and run. So again, we will play the video and look what he does. He goes 1v1 and yeah, loses the ball. So maybe it wasn't the best decision, maybe should have just passed it back to Saliba. So yeah, this is essentially it. So this is the way I train my decision making at home. And I would really advise you to first do this with professional games for a very long period of time, maybe 2, 3, 4 months. And then if it's possible, maybe if the games get filmed by, someone or if your team has a camera or something, you can then use it with your own games, with your own footage. Now, as a thank you because you watched the whole video till now, I've got one last bonus tip for you. So after each decision, if you visualize yourself doing this action, then essentially you can double or even triple the positive effect. Because if you really feel the grass in the ball and really feel the opponent trying to grab you when you run away, then essentially your brain will think that it's real and you will improve faster and not do the same mistake next time in training. So yeah, that's the video, my friends, and feel free to like, comment and subscribe, and see you in the next one.